All right, your Pratte Pack here in the boardroom at the world headquarters of Kuhn's Market. Just getting caught up with our CEO, Jody Zima, talking about some of the latest plans as we continue to move forward with the Bellevue location. I cannot wait to cut the ribbon. It is going to be absolutely amazing. But I wanted to come to you today because on the other side of that door was the office of my dear friend, Joe Dentisi. And I can't tell you how many times we sat here or at his office just through that door, just like Jody and I do, and Frank to this day, and the incredible staff, Pam Schmidt, Brad Young. We talk groceries and we talk about the next ad, what's going to be some of the savings, what's the best way to get it to the consumer, the customer. And I thought to myself, I need to do a state of the grocery business today. And I just talked to the boss. She's off now touring some stores. She is headed to great locations throughout the region, something she does every Thursday. And by the way, happy anniversary to Jody and her husband, Jason. 21 years of marital bliss. What a cookie table that wedding had. It was amazing. We had a great time. But I said, the thing that Joe taught me is the customer truly does come first. And what our mission has been ever since I met him about 30 years ago, what they've been doing since 1967, we're coming up very soon on our 60th anniversary. It's about convenience, quality, and more importantly, accessibility. And the thing that I've always loved about Kuhn's Market, it's not a conglomerate. It's not some big block cement building where you go in and basically have to do everything for yourself, even reaching very high to get your favorite off that top shelf. Everything is right there in your line of sight. Easy to get to, spacious aisles, very incredibly wanting to help, talented employees. But we're family. We're from the same community. We understand the Yinzers. We understand people from various counties where we have our stores. The thing that I keep hearing over and over from the customers when I'm out and about doing a lot of social media stuff, when I'm shopping, as I will be later today before I go home tonight, how much they appreciate Kuhn's Market because we understand, we get it. We're from the community. Third generation of that family, by the way, running this company. It's so true. We are family. You are family. We think alike. We like the same things. We have our certain tastes from Western Pennsylvania and the tri-state that are a must, that comfort food, right? But we also understand affordability and why it's so important. Now, one of the things that Joe and I always talked about, feeding a family of four and making sure it's affordable, a larger family, a smaller family, whether you're a bachelor like me, being able to bring substance home that you can afford, but you're getting delicious, nutritious, and incredible products. Some of the brands that we deal with all the time, people that are part of that extended family. But if you sit down with this, or you go online to kuhnsmarket.com, and you write it out or put it in your phone like I do, you can really save. And if you get that Kuhn's reward card, that will go a long way as well. And today is the final day, this Thursday, of our 2-day sale. We do it every month. You will not believe the opportunities on some of the biggest names in the grocery industry on how you can save. And look, if you're at a Kuhn's Market and you see me and you need someone to help you, get the groceries to your car, I'm always willing to step in, as all of our employees are. And if you're looking for a great career, I highly urge you to go to kuhnsmarket.com. And anybody out there who loves being in the service industry and loves meeting new people every day and building on relationships that you see on a regular basis, kuhnsmarket.com. And our food, especially those prepared foods, second to none, made fresh daily. And I love the deli, absolutely love the deli. And some of these names that have been a part of my life forever are still with me throughout thick and thin. Young and old alike, names that I have remembered since my childhood to my adolescence to my teenage years, my young adult life to where I am today. But the last thing I want to leave you with in this state of the grocery industry that my dear friend Joe Dentisi would be so happy that I was doing here today. We care about your family. We want you to gather, have dinner together. It's so important because you create memories that last a lifetime. I miss having dinner with my children when they were smaller. They're adults now and they're making their own dinner and doing well and raising their own family. but I also think of my sisters in gathering at that kitchen table in New Brighton many years ago, and the laughter. And I alluded to this on the radio the other night. In every picture that I have looked at recently with my sisters, and you kind of do that from time to time. A light bulb goes off, somebody sends you something, a memory is created, and then you kind of get gravitated towards it. And I looked about a dozen pictures, right, online and in the old shoebox, the Kodak pictures, right? And at that table, in that kitchen, one thing we were always doing, we were laughing. No, it wasn't a staged smile. It was pure joy, leaning into each other, cracking up, just expressions of joy and the abundance of food that my mother prepared. She was never in the shop because she was doing the cooking. And my dad was waiting to get to the table to eat the food, was doing something last minute out in the yard, taking care of business, right? But everything that I think about when it comes to food and Kuhn's Market and memories of Joe Dentisi and his wife Janet, and today Jody and Jason celebrating their wedding anniversary, and kids going from adolescents to adults and starting families of their own, something I can experience, it all comes down to dinner time, or as we say in Western Pennsylvania, supper time. So just know this, on behalf of all of us at Kuhn's Market, we appreciate you, we appreciate our employees, and we're going to do everything possible at all of our stores moving forward to make sure that you can bring home the groceries. Because truly, hey, what's in that grocery bag has never been more important, because that food is substance, but it keeps families together. It's your Pratte Pack. Enjoy the rest of your day. I always enjoy my day whenever I'm talking about Kuhn's Market, that special place in your neighborhood. Kuhn's Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.